So hello everybody, and we are back here up on the part 2 of this BSN Network stream here today. Part 1 is going up on YouTube right now. So we just got done talking about the Rangers game. We're going to get into previewing the Nets game, week 17 NFL scores. And then we're going to talk about Jets, Giants, preview those games. So first here, we're going to get into the Nets game. The Nets game here, they play the Heat tonight at 8. They're away against the Heat. The Heat here have done pretty good these past few games. They're definitely struggling this year, though. And I feel like, though they're struggling, they're still a decent team. I feel like they're still a team that's all right. They're 18 and 16 on the year, which is a good record, but I feel like they could be better than what they are. I feel like, though, they are doing pretty good. The Nets are on a 3-game losing streak. They're going to have to do magical things tonight to win this because it's going to be tough. The one thing I have to say about the Nets, and which is what partially I think why they're losing, and probably a lot of people might agree with me but also might disagree with me. Have you start to notice this? That the Nets shoot way too many threes. Way too many threes. They think they're a three-ball team, and they're not. They really are not a three. They're not a 3 team. They're just a team that can drive to the net and score baskets. And that's the problem, because tonight the Heat can do well when they're a 3-ball team. The Nets are going to have to bring out their A game tonight. They really are. Obviously, though, the Nets here, Dinwiddie's got to stop shooting 3-pointers. He has to. I'm not saying he's bad in any means. No. I'm not saying he's bad. He's decent at 3-pointers, but he shoots them way too much. When he can shoot them online, he's good, but he shoots them way too much, and he shoots them when he's covered and he's too far, he just chucks them. He hesitates, and then he just feels like he's got to shoot, and he misses. Look for other options. Also, Carroll, you have to watch as well, because you're also shooting way too many threes. Not just 3-pointers. You drive or you are driving to the hoop and then you'll pass it out. Drive or you pass it back to Hollis Jefferson or somebody else. Drive to the net and then try to pull up for the jumper. Also, you shoot too many threes. He doesn't pass. When he gets the ball outside of the 3-point line, he doesn't pass. When he gets the ball inside the 2-point line, he passes. Don't get that. Do you? And he's not the greatest of 3-point shooters either. He's a great player when he can get to the hoop and he can drive in and he doesn't pass. But he's got to start not passing that ball that much, because he's passing it way too much, and when those players aren't open, it leads into interceptions. The Nets here are struggling. They really are. They have struggled. They're 12 and 22 on the year. They're 2 and 8 in the last 10. So they got to step it up. There's no other. The problem is they shoot too many threes, and they just are not doing they're not playing their best basketball. So they're gonna have to step it up if they want any way to win this. And just maybe they will win it tonight. Another thing, Hollis Jefferson. Like I just said, this team's got to stop shooting 3-pointers, but he gets open threes. This player, Hollis Jefferson, is a very good player at 3-pointers. He's probably their best 3-point shooter on the team. But when you get the ball and you're wide open for a 3, shoot it. Do not try to drive to the net, because against the Pacers, I saw him a lot of times drive to the net, and he was awful. He could not hit a layup. He got fouled. He missed it a few times at the free throw line. Partially reason why they lost. Alan Crabb, he can shoot the 3 ball, but I feel like him, when he gets the ball, he feels like he needs to shoot. So these are all recommendations to these players from me. Now, you don't have to take it. You don't have to take my recommendation, but I'm just saying, if, like, I'm thinking here, they could do much better if maybe they pass the ball a little bit more. But for DeMarre Carroll, each of these players have different ups and lows, highs and lows. DeMarre Carroll, he passes the ball too much. When he gets a wide open shot, he passes it, especially in the 2-point range. Some of these players have to work on their passing because then when they get the ball, they feel the need to shoot. Like Alan Crabb, when he gets the ball, he feels like he needs to shoot. And the Nets here are not playing that bad without D'Angelo Russell. And you also have to put that into the conversation here. They're missing out on their 2 best players, D'Angelo Russell and Jeremy Lin. So that's also put into the picture. What can you do about it, though? I mean, it's basketball. It's sport. What can you do about it? So the Nets and Heat tonight, I say the Nets are going to come out hot fire, and they're going to need to get a win, or else they got the Celtics up, and then they play the Magic, and then they're home against Timberwolves, home. They're home for a while after this homestand. So let's see what they can do. I say they pull it out tonight in a close one. That's what I think is going to happen. I say they pull it out, but if they can work on those things, they'll be able to pull it out. So when we come back, we will talk about the Week 17 NFL, my preview for the Jets game, and then pretty much we'll wrap up the show, and that will be it for today from the BSN studio. All when we come back on the BSN Network. So we are back here up on the BSN Network. Hope you're enjoying. Hope everybody enjoys the part 1, and part 2 still has a lot to go. So Packers, Lions here. Both of these teams out of playoff contentions. This is going to be a game that's going to be, I feel like it's going to be sloppy, but not sloppy. I think there's going to be ups and highs and lows for both teams. But I think out of it all, give me the Lions in this one. I think they're going to pull it off. They're going to end the season on a high note. They're going to be fired up about last week's loss, meaning fired up, meaning like mad. They're going to want to come out, get all their energy out, and try to win. Move on to next year. A lot of games, a lot of teams that these games don't matter for them. Lions, I say, win 24-21. Bears, Vikings. Vikings have been doing well all year. Bears, though, definitely showing better performance out of Mitchell Trubisky than last year. So I feel like they're going to do something, but I don't think they'll do enough. I think they will score a little bit more points than usual. If you think about it, I think they lose 31-6. Give me Trubisky, maybe a touchdown, or 31-6, maybe a touchdown, missed field goal, or something like that. I think if not a touchdown, he'll pass for a little bit more. He's been pretty solid this year. Texans, Colts, this was a Texans team that overall this year thought they had a chance to win it all with Deshaun Watson after those first few weeks. J.J. Watt got injured again, and that was the end of the story for them. It's going to be a good game. I say the Texans, they'll pull it out. I say they win 24-21 in a close game. I say the Colts are going to bring up a fight, but they're not going to win. Browns, Steelers, what can you do about it? I think The Browns go 0-16. Give me the Steelers here. 38-23. 38-14. I say the Browns here are going to come out and they're going to do something. They're going to show up. They will, but I don't think they're going to win it. I think the Steelers might be playing some of their backups, might not. Listened to an interview yesterday on Tiki, or was it? I think it was that show, and and they don't know if they'll be putting in their backups at all, because already Antonio Brown's already injured, so we don't know if he returns. More than likely. Patriots, Jets, skip that one. I'll preview that. Jets, Giants, Redskins, skip that. 2 in a row I skip, because I'll preview those games. Cowboys, Eagles. From the looks of it, in the beginning of this year, you probably thought this will be probably all Cowboys who wins this game and no Eagles, but Eagles fly. They're going to win this one. I think they're going to pull this one out. I think the Cowboys are going to bring up a fight. I say they win 27-13. Jaguars, Titans. This is a big game for the Titans. Titans need to win this game if they want any real chance at the playoff. Titans need to win this game. I think it's going to happen because Jaguars got their backups in. I say Titans win. Give me a score of 28-17. I say Titans are going to come out. Jaguars, like I just said, playing all their backups, not going to do as good as they've done this year. Bills, Dolphins, another game here that they need to win. Bills need to win this game. Bills win. Dolphins here are home. Dolphins might try to be spoilers here. I say the Bills, though, do pull this one off. A must-needed win for the Bills. They lose, they're done, they win. Possibly move on, depending on how the Titans did and how the Ravens did. I'll explain the NFL playoff picture after this. I say Bills win this one. Give me the Bills a victory. Give me a victory 27-23. They're going to show up, the Dolphins. Not so good. But not so quite. Sorry. They're not going to win it. Bengals, Ravens. Ravens, they need to lose. If you want a Bills fan, you want the Ravens to lose very bad. One of my friends is a big Bills fan, so I guess I'll be cheering for the Bengals in this one. I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. The Bengals are going to beat them. Give me the Ravens 31-14. Bengals, what can you do about it? They're going to end their season, I think, 5-6. I think it's 5-10, right? So that's what's going to happen there. I think they're going to end their season 6-10. Raiders, Chargers. This is a big game for the Chargers. Chargers need to go 2-0. Kansas City already clinched the division, so Chargers looking for one of the final wild card spots here and stay in it. Give me in the AFC, they're with the Bills as well. Give me the Chargers. I say the Chargers pull this one off, 23-21. I say here the Raiders, they did not play bad last week. Derek Carr made a few mistakes. I think he's going to have to erase them this week, and he will. Give me the Chargers, but I think they're going to bring up a fight, the Raiders. Seahawks, Cardinals. Seahawks must-needed win. They need to win this game. There's no other way they can get in if they lose. They need to win this game. Give me the Seahawks. I think the Cardinals here, coming off of that win last week, they're done for the year. Give me the Seahawks 27-17. I think the Cardinals are going to kind of come out firing after that win last week, but still not going to pull it off. Interesting game here. Will Jimmy Garoppolo era stay undefeated for the rest of the year? 49ers, Rams. They're away. Rams not playing all their starters. This is an interesting game. I think this is going to be a very, very good game. I hope I get it on my TV because it's going to be a very good game. Rams coming in with all their backups in since they've already clinched a spot in the playoffs. 49ers looking just to play for pride. Give me the 49ers in this one. Yes, I think they're going to win 21-17. I think the 49ers pull this one off. Jimmy Garoppolo era will continue to be undefeated. He will move on to 5-0. They will move to 6-10 on the year, I think. Falcons-Panthers. Falcons are home. A must-win game for the Falcons. Like I said before, I'll talk about the playoff picture after this. Falcons must win. Panthers, though, already clinched it. I'm not too sure if they'll be playing their backups in. I'm assuming they will. I'm assuming they won't. I'm assuming they won't because they've already clinched it. I think if they're playing a division team, they kind of want to knock them out because they don't want to, give me the, I think here the Panthers are going to come out. The Panthers, I think, are going to, the Falcons, I think, are going to come out and play well. They will, but I think the Panthers are going to pull this one off. 27-24, and the Falcons season will be over. I want the Falcons to win, though. No, I don't really care who wins that game, actually, but it will be interesting to see if the Falcons can make it and see if they play that would be a good playoff game if Panthers-Falcons. Chiefs-Broncos is going to be an interesting matchup. Chiefs playing all their backups. Broncos have all their starters in. Chiefs, both these teams here really have nothing to play for. Chiefs, they've already clinched a spot, so win or lose, they're safe. Broncos, win or lose, they're done. So both the team can kind of lay back and take a rest because the Chiefs here don't have to worry about really anything until the playoffs happen. But I think the Chiefs are going to still pull this one out. I think it's going to be closer, 13-10. I think it's going to be low scoring. See how Patrick Mahomes does will be definitely interesting. This game, Saints-Buccaneers. Before anything, I want to tell you something. Did you hear? Heard on Undisputed this morning. This is just ridiculous. This just goes to show. They don't even allow the players to have fun. Alvin Kamara, the running back for the Saints, he had Christmas-themed cleats on. He had this Christmas-themed cleats on. And, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, I have to admit. But, before the game, they warned him that you can't wear them. You can't wear them. They warned him you can't wear them. So he said okay. He ended up wearing the cleats during the game. They fined him $6,000. And I know that's a penny out of his money, but come on. Let the players have fun. It's Christmas. Let them have fun. It was on Christmas Eve game. He got fined $6,000, which is a penny out of his allowance. But it's going to go to charity. But, that's just a little ridiculous. That just goes to show you they don't allow the players to have fun. Come on. Be real here. Saints-Buccaneers. Back to the point. Give me the Saints. Buccaneers got nothing to play for. 34-10. I don't think the Buccaneers are gonna come out. Sorry, I don't think the Buccaneers are gonna come out. They're not gonna do too much. I think maybe 10 points is it. Yeah. What can you do about it? So when we come back, breaking news on the Jets. I'm gonna talk about that when I preview the Jets game. But first, we're gonna preview the Giants game, then the Jets game, and then that will be it for the Friday and. Enjoy your weekend, but all when we come back on the BSN Network. So we're back here up on the BSN Network. Giants here. Preview this game first. Well, it looks like MetLife Stadium will be shutting down early again. I always like to say, because they always shut down early. No playoff here. Don't think any like college or high school teams will be playing here. All the college teams' bowl games are done, and there's no bowl games at MetLife. Probably some concerts soon. But yeah, MetLife will be shutting down early. This will be the last game at MetLife. Giants, Redskins. Redskins and Giants both eliminated from playoff contentions. And like I said in one of these videos before, I wasn't posting them on YouTube yet, but the Redskins here, their 7 wins hurt them. It really did. And you might think, how do wins hurt them? It's because they're not that great of a team. They really aren't, and they need probably a new quarterback. There's rumors that Kirk Cousins will be with the Jets next year. They need a quarterback, and now if they can win another game, 8-8, you're gonna get a pick farther in the draft. So those 7 wins they have right now hurt them. It really does. You might think I'm so stupid because how do wins hurt you is because how the draft order sets up. Worst teams to best teams. And 8-8 is not that bad of a record. 500 record probably place you 12th to like 15th pick, maybe somewhere in between there, 10 to like 15th pick. 8-8, 500, 9-7 teams there in that area. So those 7 wins, and if they can pull out another, technically. So if you're a Redskins fan here, if you win, you obviously want to win. But if you lose, you feel more like you feel more. It's hard to explain. You might feel more safe in the draft. Safe getting a new QB. Because Kirk Cousins might not be there and getting a better draft pick in the first round. So those 7 wins did hurt them, and they're probably going to win again. They're on a win streak of 2, so they are doing pretty well. Giants losing streak of 5. Both these teams got nothing to play for. Both of these teams can't spoil each other's seasons. They can't do anything. Redskins playing for possibility to, I think, come in second place in the division. Yes. So what can you do about it? But this was NFC East was all Eagles this year. I guess Giants are just avoiding 14 losses. Redskins are avoiding 9 losses. What these two teams are playing for, not to lose another game, playing for to get some build some momentum on the last game of the year is what both these teams, I guess you could say, are playing for. Just to have something to look back on as a kind of something to say, hey, just something to build momentum on going into the off season. And some of these players might be their last games in Redskins and Giants uniforms, so they want to show up. They want to just play in their last games. And some of these players here, last games in the uniforms that they are wearing, like Manning, last game in possibly a Giants uniform. They might put in Webb, but I don't know. So we will see what happens. Giants-Redskins game beginning of the year was a blow, 20-10. That was just a boring game on Thanksgiving. So, we'll see what happens. But overall, I think the Giants here are going to pull out. I think the Redskins here are going to lose. The Redskins here going to win. All right, now I got it. The Redskins here going to win. I think they're going to win. I think it's going to be a closer game than a lot of people think. I think the Redskins win this one 24-17. Giants bring up a fight, but Redskins will bring up more of a fight. I think they're going to pull this one out, the Redskins. So when we come back, we're going to preview the Jets game, talk about what just happened in the Jets. I'm very happy because I really like them. All when we come back on the BSN Network. So we are back here on the BSN Network. First off, I really like this guy, Todd Bowles, and their general manager will be there till 2020. Their contracts got extended, so at the end of the year 2020, they'll be free agents again. Then I think you'll see Bowles gone from the Jets then. But yes, Todd Bowles and the general manager were signed through 2020, so 2021 they will be either signed again or who knows. So yeah, so Todd Bowles next year, then he's got next year 2018, then he's got 2019, so 3 more years playing with the Jets, and hopefully coaching with the Jets. Hopefully one of those years he could try to lead them to a playoff. And first off, there's all this mock about how Baker Mayfield would be going to the Jets. I'm not trying to put anything bad. I'm not trying to say anything bad about Baker Mayfield, but I just feel like he's almost gonna be like a Johnny Manziel. Like, not that he's doing bad things. I just think he's gonna come into the league thinking he's gonna be the best, and he's really not gonna do that. I don't think he's gonna go out and party and do things like that. I just think he's gonna come into the league thinking he's the best because he's very cocky. Very cocky. And the Jets, there's a chance they pick up Baker Mayfield. So, we'll see what happens. Obviously here, back to the Jets though. Big game to keep Todd Bowles. Tough game. I mean, it's going to be very hard to play the Patriots here away. They're going to need to bring their A game. They really are. You never know though. But the Jets here, did not play too bad this season. They played pretty well. They were in the games, and then they would lose, and they would be back in. They would lose, and they're on a 3-game losing streak. I think here, I think the Jets here will bring up a fight in this game. I really do. I think they won't leave without a fight. Let me just bring something. What's on stake? Jets could be huge spoilers here. A lot of Patriots fans are cheering for the Jets. It's hard to cheer for the Jets, though, when you're relying on them to try to clinch home field advantage, to try to have your team clinch home field advantage. It's hard to cheer for the Jets in that moment, especially when they're playing the Patriots, because not saying it's because they stink. So, the Jets here, it's going to be a game here where they just got to come out and they got to do something magical to win this game. They really do. They got to come out and do something magical. The Jets here do want to finish the season off on a high note, not a low note, and head into next season with some momentum. Because next season, like we said, is going to be a chance. I mean, this next season, there's a big chance that they can win. There's a big chance next season that they can make the playoffs if they get a few good draft picks. There's the chance that Baker Mayfield's there, and then there's also that chance that Kirk Cousins is going to be there next year. So, that's kind of weird how you might have 2 quarterbacks there next year, but we'll see. So, way to finish on the year on a high note, you got to show up. You have to. Bryce Petty's got to do something here good. The Jets finally might be able to see Christian Hackenberg's talent. They might put him in, they might not. Problem about putting in Hackenberg here, they should have put him in last week. Problem about putting him in is because they're playing Patriots in their away. You're not going to really see how good a guy is when you're playing the Patriots in your away. So, it's the problem. It's definitely, it's going to be pretty hard, this game. So my final thoughts on how this game's going to go: I say the Patriots win it. I say the Jets are going to bring up a fight. I say the Patriots win, though, 38-17. I say the Jets bring up a fight, but they will not. It will not be enough. So when we come back, we will wrap up the show, all from here on the BSN Network. So we are back here up on the BSN network. So thank you for watching today's stream. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a pretty. Thank you for watching today's stream. It was pretty good stream. About an hour. It was an hour and 20 seconds. So in 20 seconds. So hope you enjoyed it. I do not stream since this is new and I've only had 2 days that I've streamed videos. I'll be back to full. So don't be like, is he just gonna stream 2 videos and never stream again? I take breaks on weekends. I don't do streams on weekends. Sometimes I used to preview the Jets and Giants games on weekends, or the Jets games, but I preview them now just because, on Sunday I'm too busy looking at my fantasy lineup, watching all these shows and things like that. Yes, I hope you have a great weekend. I will have a morning stream on Monday, and then 5 to 6 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'll do regular schedule from there. So I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I will see everybody on Monday. Goodbye, everybody.